Welcome, dear friends. Here is very interesting discussion on motivation. Inner motivation and outer motivation. What is the meaning of inner motivation? It is intrinsic. That means innate quality. By birth, one will have that zeal, that spirit, that charishma. So, for example, in educational career, when he is a student, he works well, he studies well. Unless he understands the subject, he can't sleep at all. And even after completion of his studies, once he entered his work life, there he becomes a white-hairy employee. That means with the self-motivation, self-discipline, job involvement and job satisfaction he will have. He will work very hard without being supervised by other person. And that means he's a boss, head of the institution. I have made a separate video also about X theory and Y theory employee. You can see it if you are interested. Now come to outer motivation. Outer motivation means extrinsic. That is a very temporary. That means instilled by teachers, parents. Hey, come on, study well. See examinations. It's now early morning, 5 o'clock. At least at 5 o'clock you get up. I say, come on, study well, get good marks and all that. And father will also wake up and he will also sit before this fellow. Come on, study. So this kind of a serious action by the parent or some teacher during the hostel, the teachers will be always alert. They will create discipline then and there itself. And during the supervision, they will be studying with outer motivation. And that is temporary. As and when the occasion goes out, the situation goes out, again the same lethargy, same laziness will be there. So the outer motivation is a temporary, and at the same time, why it is temporary? Because the laziness will be rooted very deep. Laziness is the root of all evils. That they don't know. So that is outer motivation. Even after completion of their studies, and once they enter the work life, suppose they have that person with the outer motivation has got job after his studies. Let us imagine. There also he behaves in the same way as an ex-theory employee. That means always he must be supervised by others. Always he must be bombarded by others. Then only he will be working. He will be pretending as if he is working well. And after that, that motivation will disappear naturally. So that is outer motivation, which is transitory, very temporary. So motivation should be intrinsic. Only a few people will have that intrinsic motivation, that innate quality. Some people will have that by innate nature. See, I will give you some illustrations. One laborer or auto rickshaws, auto drivers, a son, a daughter. They rose to an occasion. We will be observing in newspapers and media also. So it's a very poor background, uneducated background. Environment is also not good. Man is made of circumstances. I have made one video about it. See, the environment is not congenial. The circumstances, the family background is not good. Uneducated background, parents and all that. But in spite of all these drawbacks, laborer's son or daughter has rise to an occasion. They are successful in the group 1 examinations or group 2 examinations, and some of them have become IAS officers. See, one housewife, to our surprise, I say that there are 2 housewives last some 3 years back, 4 years. They become group 1 officers by the dint of their hard work, inner motivation, because there is a strong, deep-rooted inspiration in them. And now come to outer side. So the person, some people belonging to middle class, upper middle class, some rich family, well-to-do family. Why the children there will become somewhat careless? They don't have any discipline, they don't have any motivation. Why? Because the only reason is the parents will be giving a luxury life. Amidst this luxury life, happy life, they don't know the value of time. They don't know the value of money. Automatically, they will be deprived of a self-discipline. Because of that, motivation will not be there. If at all any motivation, that will be very, very temporary, transitory. So now the last point is sources of motivation. So the motivation, where it emerges, it generates. The first one is self-discipline. If you are self-disciplined, you should not be guided. You need not be guided by others, parents or teachers, friends or any mentors. Of course, if you are guided, that's good. But there should not be such necessity. You must have that self-discipline. That is the virtue, the greatest virtue. If you are self-disciplined, automatically you will have intrinsic motivation. And automatically, apart from that, you will have some aspiration in life, some ambition in life. Yes, we have to achieve this. See, why this housewife with only graduation and that too private degree? She has got degree by private appearance. Even then, sitting at home, she prepared well and she became Group 1 officer. What a wonderful thing. On seeing such type of things, at least, you must develop some aspiration in life. That man, a person with a self-discipline will have that aspiration, some great ambition in life. And the third one is sources of inspiration. You must find some sources for your inspiration. Great personalities, study of the great gigantic personalities of the world. I need not say Nehru, Gandhi or so-and-so person, not necessary. The great personalities of the world, you have to see, study them thoroughly. Then from that source of inspiration, you will definitely create some aspiration and ambition in your life. So these are the sources. And the last point in support of this source of inspiration and motivation, I would like to say, in the conclusion, the role of need and the role of interest. 2 points. What is the role of interest? What is the role of need? I have observed one student belonging to middle class, where he is a merry-making man without having any worries, without having any responsibilities, no motivation, no self-discipline, nothing of that sort. Because of the luxury life provided by the parents. And he is studying some biological sciences and physics in his degree. But what happened? He doesn't like to study, he doesn't like to concentrate on his education. Even half an hour he can't sit and read. If he read the book just for a few minutes, 15 or 20 minutes, immediately he will be skipping from that and he will be absorbed in watching movies and all that. That is the nature of that boy, lackluster in education. He observed, his father observed for long what to do, how to motivate him, how to put him into action. Like that he thought over, and finally he decided. He observed one weakness of the student, of that boy, his son, and that is, that student is very much interested in technology, technical studies. Always computer is opening and finding, observing a number of gimmicks in computers and all that, animation, etc. The father noticed and he admitted his son in that. He changed his group, biology, physics, chemistry and all that. He immediately changed and admitted him to BSc animation, some technology course. All of a sudden, because of his very much interest, need of interest, the role of interest, because he is very much interested in that technology, knowledge of technology, immediately he is quite absorbed. And now, day and night, hours together. Before that, not even half an hour he used to study. Now, day and night, hours together he is studying, completely absorbed in studies, because of his interest, curiosity, thirst for that. And another example for the role of need, the last point I would like to say. One man, a student in the university, not at all interested, looking nice, and he fell in love with a very beautiful girl, very nice girl, but she is very much interested in studies and all. A very good personality also. She has been blessed with very good virtues at the same time, very good qualities of head and heart, we will be saying. She said very bluntly, no, if you study well, if you rise to an occasion, if you get very good name in education and all that in the university, then I will marry you. Otherwise I can't. I don't even love. She said it bluntly, because this man is very much interested in that girl. He loved that girl very dearly. He can't be separated. So having no other way out in order to take her hand, that is love, in order to love her, in order to marry her, he immediately showed his a lot of interest, his zeal in education. And he has become successful also in that examination, and he came out of the university with the flying colors, and also he has taken the hand of that girl, that beautiful girl. So the need, the interest will create motivation, hard work, everything, and at the same time the need will also make a person show a lot of zeal, interest, curiosity, everything, a very good performance, totally. So in the next video I will be talking about the need motivation, as has been explained by Abraham Maslow and also Sir Rogers. So this video is only an introduction to that motivational theory. First of all, in order to understand that motivational theory, first of all you have to know about motivation, inner motivation and outer motivation, and then the actual motivation as has been explained by these great thinkers, the psychologists, I will explain. Thank you very much.